The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the... end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs to about the 40-yard line. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Griffin. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Hey, look at this Packers defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and you connected there and picked up the first down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Lions at 5-4 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he's going to have a Lions first first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 13. That's caught by Sennett. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
and he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with career touchdown number 75. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brendan, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And the slot man goes in motion left. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
19 tight, 19 tight, 60 even, 60 even.
They'll look to throw here. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Packers first down.
60 back, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Lions defense. And they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. They'll look to throw. Finding room in midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cougar 19. Go.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
18 Radley. 18 Radley.
They'll set up a throw. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 26. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Green Bay.
Back to 60. Back to 60.
Back to the ground here. Mitchell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Chop alert. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it to the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
19, chop 50, chop.
2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. On the Dypko fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And just shutting him off there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Griffith. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man right side is St. Brown. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
60 Bison. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Operating from the gun. Griffith. He'll try and do this himself. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Gibbs again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown Lions. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3. at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Come on, 60 miles there, 60 miles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
13 yards on the play.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Packers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Ty Zentner now. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Fielded at the 33. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10
here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
19. 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 12-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Come on. Hit. Gotta be Lions.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Brings up second and 4 at the 6-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Here we go. Hurt. 19 Chargers. 19 Chargers. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for that
point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
You don't turn your nose up when you gain a 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 57 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have the Lions first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the gun on 3rd down. Perfect. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. At the 37-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
It's a game.
Looks like they'll move things around here.
At the Lions' 32-yard line.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
2nd and 5. Short throw. He's got Kraft. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Packers first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Now back to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Mitchell is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back in the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
4-yard line.
Dragon 60, Hawk 7, Mustang 19.
Mitchell again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuffed behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
This will be played to his fullback out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
At the 47-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2. At the Packers' 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Griffith. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
If you're the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third down. Griffith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had him blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but hey, took off and found a way. A very solid gain of 27 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
He's got room to run.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jameer Gibbs. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again in the fourth. I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll drop to throw. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 3. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. Powering forward. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
19, tight, 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. Griffin. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jameer Gibbs with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, They gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd and 1. Got him out over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
18 Rattler.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lions.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
19 tight. 70 Ranger.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Trap 60. Panther 11. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Now the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Packers 31, Lions 27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fighting his way through contact. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Cup 19. Ready.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Terry. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
The 35-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. 18 Rattler. Warriors 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, you may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 and the 6.
2nd down, goal to go.
Brings up 2nd and
operating from the gun.
Griffith.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
the kicker on for the extra point.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
60 Nazareth, 60 Nazareth, Viking 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Here comes 2nd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Lions, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.